lot of sweats.
This is our good sweat right now, and man, I wish you guys could have seen this punt that I saw. Maybe one of the biggest punts I've ever seen deep in a tournament. So there were 36 players left, and we had a nice stack already. But so this was the situation here. We're only 7-handed here, but the two of us were by far the two biggest stacks, I think. We're both 60 plus effective. This dude opens to like, I don't know, 2.5, 2.7 from early position. We 3-bet hijack. Pocket kings, very standard here, and he defends with the 10-9 offsuit. On this flop, I plan on betting everything and maybe doing some trapping on the turn, but he donk leads into us on the flop for half pot. I don't think we ever want to raise here. Either he has like some sort of 7s or pocket 2s that he's fast playing and we're going to get the money from those hands anyway, or we just want to keep his bluffs in. Especially with the king of diamonds. I mean, I'm just pure calling here. Turns a diamond, and yeah, of course, like, there's going to be some hands that beat us now in case he ever has, like, ace-jack, ace-10 of diamonds. Again, this is a line that doesn't really exist, so it's kind of hard to put him on range, but either way, this hand's going to have 0 fold on any run out, of course. So anyway, he bets half pot on the turn here as well, and we just call, of course. I think there was about half pot on the river, and he ended up jamming on the ace, and he just had the 10-9, no diamond blocker, no nothing. And we weren't even chip leader after that. There was actually somebody who had more in chips than us. I mean, I guess we're chip leader now, but yeah, this did not put us at the exact chip lead, which I was pretty surprised to see. Guess now we have it. We are 1 of 21 at the moment. Just going to call here. I think this hand mostly calls anyway, but particularly being so close to the money, I think calling here is probably the best play. I don't think we do any lead here on the turn. This player can still have strong hands. I mean, he probably gets a, like, bet pretty high frequency having all these chips. So I think in general, he's just going to do a little bit more betting here than he normally would. So maybe betting here would actually make a little bit of sense. Because maybe this guy's checking range is a little bit weaker than it should be, because he's just supposed to be betting a lot more overall. Kind of a weird flat. I don't know what hand's actually flat off a 20 here, close to the money bubble. I'd say I don't think we can fold yet. We unblock all the bluffs. And this is kind of an interesting river. One I actually think we get, like, donk lead on. I think I'd rather donk lead with a 7 that wasn't the ace. Because, again, I think the fact that we have an ace means it's more likely that he has a hand he needs to bluff. So I'd rather lead, like, 7-6. Than 8-7. This is a really weird spot here. Like, we could value jam, but what worse hands are calling us? We'd have to turn our hand like 5-3 into a bluff, which we likely don't even have. Because they're probably check raising it on the turn. But it's just like, what are we going to do here? I just feel like we're running into trap kings. Mainly because we got an orange tag here and they just always have it. Guess we'll find out. I just can't see, like, just calling this hand. It just seems insane. He shouldn't have pocket 3s ever. Even pocket 5s should probably just get mucked pre-flop. So I'm really only losing to pocket kings. Ooh, we are dropping frames again. Hopefully that's not going to affect the stream. Yeah, we haven't been running into that the last couple of streams we've had. King, queen. So I don't even know if this hand, I don't even know if this hand flats pre in this exact scenario. Interesting spot here. I don't think we do a ton of flat in this position. But because of the bounty, I think it might be a little bit more feasible. And us just having, like, a lot of chips here. Plus, if he jams, I expect this guy to rip a lot. And he's got a $444 bounty, and we're just going to end up calling. I actually think we get it in. Versus lighter hands when we have somebody else jam and then he jams because he's going to want to play for a bounty. So yeah, we can't fold here for almost $450. Okay. Keep it low. Keep it low. Oh, that's a good turn. I didn't necessarily mean like draw him dead, but you know, that'll work too. Let's go, guys. Stream run good. So that's about $550 right there.
Hey everyone, just want to take a quick sec to let you guys know about the Black Friday sales going over at bbz.com. Up to a 15% discount for those of you who are non-seminar members, but up to a 50% discount for those of you who are currently BBZ seminar members. Also included with the seminars now is the brand new BBZ pre-flop trainer, which will help you drill a lot of spots at many different stages of the tournament to help sharpen your skills the next time you get out there and play. Also want to shout out the Simple Poker Systems BBZ bundle that has just recently launched. And what this bundle really focuses on is identifying a lot of spots that are commonly misplayed by a lot of students that BBZ has worked with. And not only are these spots that are very commonly being misplayed, but there are also spots that are very impactful to your overall win rate. So very important spots to clean up. And BBZ has come up with a really smooth system in how to really identify these areas and hopefully clean them up the next time we go out there and play. So if you guys are looking to take advantage of that, make sure you guys head over to bbz.com and check out all the sales going on. Now that you've done that, let's jump back into the action.
Hopefully we'll be able to work together though in the future. Nice spot here with kings. What MTT am I playing? 1GG huge bounty in play. Good luck today. This is a 55 bounty here. Then we have absolute heaps, and oh my god, we might have a few more chips here too. If you guys remember the 200 bounty, but final two tables we ran kings to ace king and ace king. Got the queen 10x flop. $344 bounty here too. Let's go. Again. Come on, GG. Give us our money back. Let's go. Let's go. Huge cooler for him, obviously. But man, those are just the hands that I've been losing. You know, final two tables in a tournament. Not only losing like kings to ace king, but also having ace king and just running into kings. I mean, that's obviously such a massive cooler for this stage of the tournament. It's such a massive cooler. Here, do we just get the jam? I kind of feel like we do. I'm gonna rip here because he's gonna be opening super wide. Even if he calls, I mean, he's got a massive bounty here. So yeah, basically 120 an hour is enough that I feel like it's worth my while, while at the same time I also think it's a pretty good discount for my abilities as a coach anyway. Hopefully that's true. Again, I think this guy's going to be opening a lot wider here. Even though I'm on the button, he's still trying to play for these bounties here. Incoming 9. There it is. Thank you much. Give me them chips. Give me them chips. Jeech. Oh my goodness. So this guy limped on the button. We just completed because obviously this guy's kind of short. I guess I call. Took it down with the sixes on the other table. Come on, purity. No jack, no 10. No queen. Or no queen, no 10, I meant. No jack, no 10. Jack would be okay. Let's go. Now it's time to see that sexy beast shake his ass. My god, guys, this is one of the most absurd chip leads we've had. That Elkie, he keeps it sexy. He keeps it sexy. Simon Foote. Kurt, do you think people like me need coaching if you put good results and going deep in tournaments, but you're just losing important spots because the other players get lucky? I mean, I can't teach you to run good. You know, that's not something that can be taught. All I can teach you is to play high volume in that situation if you're running poorly. Play high volume and don't play outside your means, because there's always going to be periods where you just run like garbage. If you're playing too big and you happen to be running terribly while you're playing too big, then your bankroll is going to disintegrate. That's literally the easiest thing to coach. But I mean, I put up good results. I'm still like searching for coaching. I mean, that's a big reason BBZ and I have our little partnership going on here. Wow, three-way all in. Ace, king, queens, and sevens. Ace King has the most chips. So we're going to have a double knockout here if Ace King holds. Ace King does not hold, but Queen's going to bust, so we get one player to bust here. Actually, don't mind seeing that so much because this guy's a decent-sized bounty. He's going to stick around. Obviously, the more short stacks there are, the better off it is for me because I get to leverage my stack a little bit more. These chips, guys. 27.6 mil. Second has what? 16? 13? Open GM every hand hype. Dreezy, what up? Definitely gotta get the results updated. So my bad on that. Again, here I think we just get to do a lot of betting in general with our chip stack. It's a board where we normally get a little bit of check, I think. But we definitely want to leverage our chip stack here and just be betting a lot more aggressively. Wow, it's super cooler for him. The fact that I have a hand this good here. And this guy survives. So with the 9 of hearts here, I think I'm going to go for double barrel. Okay, I think this hand can normally mix. Does kind of suck blocking like 9-6 suited, 8-9s, Jack-9s. But the hearts are going to make good double barrel candidates. We're going to make a 7-fold here quite a bit. Even a hand like 10-6 of clubs, 10-8 of clubs is not going to be happy calling 2 streets here. Plans to barrel a heart river. We do still have outs to, like, let's say he check calls with like 4 or 5 of hearts. We do have like clean outs here. And with the ace of hearts on the river, I think we're just going to shut it down. I don't really see us getting called by like a queen here. Like, he'd have to hero call with like a king queen with a heart, a queen jack with a heart. And again, I just think there's a lot less hero calling going on here in general at FTs. So essentially, if we can't get better hands to call, then there's no reason for us to be betting. We were actually value betting there. Sigh. I'm still in school, so I don't really have 120 for a lesson. What would you suggest to do to study for as cheap as possible and beat micro stakes? I would definitely check out some... FT. I would check out some of the content on BBZ's website. I have affiliate links to that below if you want to check that out. But he has videos, I believe, as cheap as $6 to $12 on there. You can also join the BBZ seminars, so it's basically a free coaching that they do. I think it's every day of the week except for Sunday, because obviously most poker players are playing on Sundays. So that's $60 a month. You also get a $20... I think this should just be a not all-in open here. This is probably a mistake on my part. So yeah, you get a free $20 value from the preflop charts as well for joining the seminars. You also have access to the entire BBZ vault of previously recorded videos. I believe there's over 1,000 videos in there. Some of the best players and coaches in the world are involved in those, so you get to join those either live and ask questions and study with some other people who have joined the seminars, or you can catch it on the in the recorded vault section if you can't make it live. Also, make sure you join the Discord too. There's a huge poker community in there too, so just talking strategy with other people who are trying to get better at the game, you can do that absolutely free. Talk with some other poker players. There's some guys in there who are trying to get study groups together outside of just the seminars as well, so I think it would be good to get a nice little study group of people to actually work with as well. And all that stuff's free. There's all kinds of YouTube content too. Make sure you do check out my YouTube channel. I have some of our best runs from our stream over the last year. We're still relatively new to YouTube, so definitely check that out. There's also other people who are sharing content on YouTube. I would also watch a lot of streams. You do have to be kind of selective because not all streamers are actually winning players. So if you're trying to learn, I would be selective. Basically, anybody that streams for Team BBZ is a winning player. So, again, join the Discord. You'll be able to see the team of streamers they have in there. I also have them for my suggested, what do you call it? For, you know, if I'm not streaming, you know, I have a bunch of other people on here that you guys can actually watch stream while I'm offline. Suggested streamers, I think it is. But yeah, there's all kinds of... That's a great thing about trying to learn poker these days. is just so much great free content out there that just wasn't a thing. 15? Do we get flats here? I don't know what to do with aces here. Jamming doesn't seem right. I'm going to do this. I think we get to do this with like ace 10 offsuit, like some ace 4 suiteds that are going to be like 3-bet folding here. And then aces can do this. There's not a lot of hands we're doing this with. Yeah, this is super cooler. Super cooler. So yeah, most of our range is just going to be jamming off of 15. But we are going to have a few not all in 3-bets. That's mainly going to be with some ace-x blockers, like an ace 10. So yeah, this is a super cooler, obviously. Very unlucky. But yeah, so essentially like ace 10 offs, even like an ace jack off might be able to 3-bet fold here. Because versus like an EP 15 big blind range that ends up 4-bet jamming on us, like ace jack off is not going to be doing very well. So even though the majority of our range is 3-betting for the all-in size, we are going to have a few not all-in 3-bets there. Not even close. Let's go. 350 bucks here. Imagine if he just rips. Imagine if he just rips. Interesting, he puts in 40% of his stack. Okay, we're just jamming here. That's the only answer. Oh. Snapped it off with ace 10 for a double knockout for about 700 bucks in bounties. Green's a great card. Green is a great card. Let's go. Wow, just snapped it, huh? I mean, I like calling, and then I guess once he puts in 40% of his stack, can he really fold? I don't know. I mean, I would either call or jam in this spot. I mean, this is just the most insane run could have had in a tournament for so long. This is kind of wild, guys. We have 180 bigs. We have a 3x chip lead. This is kind of fucking wild. I'm buzzing for next week. Live poker, Irish Poker Open in Dublin. Sick. Let us know how that goes. I can't wait to play some live poker myself. Still get to bet quite a bit here. Not like a ton. Paired boards we're going to get to bet a decent amount on, though, I think. Checking here might be okay. And now we're probably just trying to show down. He's not going to have very much ace-x here, which is kind of unfortunate because we don't like showdown versus worse ace-x. I mean, I think maybe he's supposed to have some ace-x that just doesn't like put the money in here. So I think with only 13 left, some ace-x is actually just doing some call for 20 bigs here. We also unblock like diamond floats and club floats. So our ace jack high can still definitely be good. I'm also going to go like bet check with some queen X here myself. And definitely can't fold here versus size. So we're going to check call here. We're going to come over to this spot though real quick. This is a limp pot. I just check back here on the flop. Raising would also be fine. And we just call versus small bet on the flop. And on the turn, I think we just keep calling here. I mean, I consider raising here, especially on blocking like diamonds and clubs. So it's like, we don't raise this hand for value. It's like, what hand are we raising with? I just feel like we have the best hand a lot. But what hand calls us? Like, does a one pair ace call us here? Does a jack 7 check call here? And we just gotta fold when the club hits the river here. This just feels too strong not to bet. I mean, if we're wrong, whatever. We got all the chips. Few. Okay. So he goes bet, bet, and then check when he has it. I can't believe he actually doesn't check jam with the diamond blocker there too, but I guess whatever. Yeah, like, for example, I think he's still going to have some, like, ace-x with a diamond here. He's going to have some, like, queen-9 with a diamond that needs to call here at some frequency. So I still think it's fine. Even though we have 2 pair, I do think it's thin, but yeah, that's kind of whatever. Maybe checking would be best. If I didn't have all these ships, I might not look for such a thin value bet here, because we just get to do a lot of bluffing, which in turn means we get to do a lot of value betting here too. All right, I mean, yeah, since we're bluffing a lot, we want to be value betting a little bit more thinly. Also, I think our opponents might kind of anticipate us bluffing a little bit more, so we might actually get hero called a little bit more here. But, yeah, anyway. What time am I starting coaching? So I'm not sure. It's going to be... So I'm on Central Standard Time right now at 6 p.m. for me. So I would say anywhere from the next 15 to 16 hours would be where I'm looking to... Because I want to play tomorrow too. So I'd like to do it somewhere around 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning my time. Again, I have to talk with my student because I actually haven't told him which day we're going to. We just agreed that we would actually do... we would stream a live coaching session. So I'll have to message him hopefully once we win this tournament, and see what his availability is. Appreciate the GLs, Decoy McCoy. That's a good turn. Again, this spot might mix a lot, but we're going to be betting pretty high frequency on the king. And just in general, we're just applying a lot more pressure here as a bigger stack. So I'm going to do less like slow play here or like conservative play and just kind of go for it a little bit more when we actually have it. Frank Itog? How do I say this? Frank Itog? Frank It OG, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, we're just doing a lot more c-betting here in general on most boards with all these chips. Definitely want to leverage our chip stack. It's a good turn. I think betting here is an option. Again, checking would be absolutely fine as well. I'm going to bet this time and likely just check back the river. I don't think we have 2 more streets here. So I'm either going to take my street now or I'm going to save it for the river. I still expect to get called by 9x with a diamond, jack-x with a diamond. I'm also perceived to like bluff this card quite a bit, so I don't really expect to get too many folds, especially with jack-x, 9x with a diamond. Even a hand like queen-jack of hearts, I don't think it's just going to fold. But again, we really only have 1 more street. If he raises here too, I also think like we probably just have a pretty easy fold. Which is kind of like the downside of double barreling a hand like this. But I think either going for the street now or going for it on the river is fine. But yeah, basically we only have one more street here. This guy's just been smashing it, huh? All in here, ace jack. We had less than 10 bigs here. Incoming king. Incoming king. There it is. Easy game. Let's go. 11 left here too. Good time to run Pierre. Again, I think razor check's going to be fine here. Check this time. How many BBs per 100 win rate do you think is a good win rate, or is that stat just useless? Oh, it's a stat that measures how much you're beating a game at, actually, so I would never say it's useless. In terms of tournaments, I'm honestly not sure. In tournaments, I'm just usually looking at ROI, and to be honest, I don't really focus on that stuff too much. I actually pay a little bit more attention to it in cash games, just because in tournaments there's so much variance. You need to play so many hands to kind of get an idea about like how well you're running or how you're actually doing in a certain stake. We're gonna call here twice. I think our king high can definitely still be good. We obviously have outs to what am I looking for? To a straight with a 4. We're also not raising all of our ace-x here. come back to this spot in a second. So we check off flop, check turn, and I'm going to do this on the river with our flush. And I just don't see a lot of bluffing going on here. A lot of his bluffs are going to come with like 4x and 5x here too, so having a 5 is not great here. So even though we're supposed to call this at some frequency, I'm just going to let it go. I don't really see him triple barreling on this board, like too wide against us. Take that. What do you have? Ace queen with a heart. He doesn't raise? Holy shit.